to say, like, have a starting soon situation because something is going on with my OBS and it's really pissing me off. Oh my god. What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's everything? Is everybody drinking their water? Is everyone staying hydrated? Are we trying our best, perhaps? Oh, man. And now I can't even see any of my chat. I don't know what's going on with my fucking OBS. I might just completely redo it. Because it is not showing me anything. What is happening here? Come on, man. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? The gods are like, no. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to see any of this, actually. Since that's being weird. My computer is like really, really struggle busing today. Lord. Oh, I gotta mute this. Oh, good. It's already muted. Fantastic. Hey, Israeli, how are you doing? Today is crazy. How's it going? How's it going? Well, we're getting things kind of a little set up. There we go. Mute that. All right. You're good. Good, good, good. All right. So, whoa, fucking, I don't know what is going on with this whole thing. I'm so sad. I got asked if I could go to the Pennsylvania Run Fair this weekend, and I'm not going to be able to. I'm really sad about it. I want to go. I want to go see medieval things. Eat a big old turkey leg. The biggest of turkey legs, of course. Is this open? That's not open. That's supposed to be open. Nuts. Today's nuts. Interested in hearing what you think. I'm from Israel, so currently... Actually, I'm interested to know what's going on over there. You guys... What's happening? What's happening? We're just, you know, out... Oh, with the Charlie Kirk thing. He's a neo-Nazi. It's very confusing out here. Because a lot of people are sending, like... thought like R.I.P. that like he's gone and blah 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 blah. I'm like, you guys realize it's a Nazi, right? You know that we fought them in World War II, right? You know that we did that. We fought that. So yeah, been absolutely wild to see that kind of stuff. He did not support Israel. He didn't support anybody. He's a literal Nazi. So, yeah, no. He's a terrible human being. Rest in piss, motherfucker. But yeah, that's how. Is he literally... There's so much, not to mention he's anti-LGBT, he calls for the eradication of the LGBT, he calls for the eradication of anybody black and brown, indigenous, all of that. That is what he stands for, and there's no place in this world for that. Period. Period. Oh, they're lenses. They're contacts. My eyes are kind of bright a little bit, but no, they're contacts. And they're not my most comfortable ones, but I've been wearing them for like several days now. But yeah, that's the... My Mickey lens popped out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I hate big gay, you know, we saw World War II happen. You pick off one group that's small, start picking off more groups, more groups, more groups, Yeah, it is kind of similar to my eye color. So I want to go down the rabbit hole. You know what I mean? Don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Not good times. Not good times. I wish everything was like Star Trek and we all got well, I mean the Borg and like various other, you know, groupings or whatever, but yeah, I wish that we got along and shit was copacetic, but it seems that everybody's we're in a bad place. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is that we're in a bad place and the right to exist is questioned by so many people about so many people. You know, you being Israeli, you get it. You know, I mean, like there's people out there that don't want us to exist as a people. I'm not Jewish, but I am a witch, and we typically are the first two to go. So, truth is, I never heard of him until the assassinate. Yeah, Ben Shapiro. He has like, Steven Crowder. I don't even know if I know who that is. I might know who that is. I don't know. Ben Shapiro, like he makes some serious points every now and then. So the sun shines on his booty a little bit more than others. But he, like I said, I'm pagan. We typically are the first two groupings aside from trans and anyone that has a disability. Those are typically the four that are, well, no, black people too. It's from the game me and changed my mind. Oh, it's that dude. Oh, it's that dude. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's who that is? I mean, it's been around for a long ass time. Oh, no. You're fine. You're literally speaking a second language. That's crazy to me. Like, you are doing wonderfully. Beautiful. Doing better than what I could if I was trying to speak any language other than English, which it's first and only, baby. And I'm... Damn! Yeah. I have a friend that was born in Israel, and he goes back quite a lot. And he said that, like, they learn, like, all these languages. And I'm like, holy shit. In my high school, you had to take a foreign language, right? Makes sense. However, our Spanish teacher didn't speak Spanish. I wish I could make this up. I wish I was making this up. Our French teacher got fired for not only making my friend piss in a trash can in the back of the room. She wouldn't let him go to the bathroom because she didn't believe him. And she's like, well, if you have to go to the bathroom so bad, here's a trash can to go take it to the back. And he absolutely did that because he's like, he literally, he was also in the debate team, which she shouldn't have fucked with him. You know what I mean? Because he ended up like going to school board and like making this whole case. And he's like, we're always taught to tell or to do what the teachers tell us. However, in this instance, despite me knowing that this was the wrong thing to do, I had to go that bad that I did that. And I was like, facts. And then she sexually assaulted the English teacher and she got fired. So the one language that the teacher could actually teach, she's gone. So banned is my foreign language. I speak fluent tuba. I speak somewhat clarinet, and I definitely speak vocals. So, heterogeneous country. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to look that word up because I like looking things up. I don't know what that means. You're using big words for someone that's your third language, and that's my first, and I don't know that word. Oh, no. And I have to look at your spelling to be like, what does that mean? Different kind, unlike composed parts of different kind. Okay, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, that's incredibly sad. Jesus Christ. Oh, I did, but I also worked in the medical field, patient facing for like 15 years. So it made me take a breath, which normally, like, as sad as that sounds, like a lot of like gore videos or things like that don't really affect me the same way because I've been desensitized. Because once you've seen enough codes that are really, really horrendous, there's a certain thing that clicks in your brain, especially with healthcare workers. There's things that we can push down really fast, um, to assess the situation. And that's kind of what kicked in immediately. That's why I just kind of went, where are you trained? Yeah, so basically, like, I saw it. It I definitely have told people, do not watch this. Do not watch this. Because it's a lot. It's too much. If you are, even for me as a healthcare worker, I was like, Jesus Christ. But then if you also kind of take into the whole thought process of what we saw in that film, that's what our school children see on a regular basis. Yesterday, we had a school shooting while this went down. An hour after the fact, 3 kids were shot, 2 are critical, and from what I understand is that one passed, which is incredibly horrific. And then, of course, like our 9/11, memorial situation that was happening today. So it's been a lot. Um, Nurse in the hospital, what did you do? Oh, so I was a phlebotomist, so I was the person that like did lab work and drew blood and things like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's I'm a phlebotomist, so like codes and things like that. I worked in a very rural hospital, which is not looking good, as far as keeping its doors open, um, due to the Big Beautiful Bill, which passed, which is going to close down hundreds of rural hospitals. This one is possibly one that's going to go. But I worked night shift, and I was the only phlebotomist on my night shift. We had one tech that was running the labs and me. That's it. And that was me from like 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. No, until 7 a.m. So like it was like 8 p.m. until like 7 a.m. or something like that. 8 a.m. Oh, I was working 12, so I was 8 to 8. Sorry, I had to like go back in my memory a little bit. Um, but yeah, so if there was a code or something tragic happened late at night, which happens a lot, especially in rural towns that have a lot of meth problems. Like an abundance of meth problems. 2 houses down from me blew up because the house was a meth house and they blew up. So things like that I would see. And so a lot of things, right then and there, typically I'll go, and then it's time for medical. Like medical brain kicks in and is just in full, we can do the things. So it's not close to me, but we're talking about this last one. There are plenty of others. Charlotte, North Carolina just had a random girl get literally stabbed to death in a train. And that's 3 hours from me. Virginia right now is under lockdown, which is another 3 hours from me. For context, I didn't even realize how big North America was in comparison to like all the other countries. The hubris, until someone like had the map or like the state of Texas over like Europe, and I was like, oh shit, like, oh, so like a 3 hour drive is not abnormal. In fact, a lot of people have to drive even an hour, upwards of an hour, to just go to the grocery store. We don't have things that are right next to us everything you have to, if you don't have a car, you're fucked. Think about the girl that was, it was horrible. Yeah, it was fucking abhorrent. She comes here from, you know, a country that's being attacked, and she's safe here, but she's not safe here. You know what I mean? Like, being any sort of minority in this country is fucking terrifying. It's honestly fucking terrifying. Because you don't know. And, you know, we have, what was it? Right now, today, in the past, like, couple of hours or so, shots were fired at UMass of Boston, and HBCUs, which is historically black college and university schools. Those have been shut down due to threats. That includes Alabama State University, Hampton University, Virginia State University, which is about 3 hours from me, Southern University, and A&M College. Oh, A&M College and Bethune-Cookman University. All of them had bomb threats today. All of them are completely shut down. And there's hoax bomb threats sent to Rhode Island leaders. And it looks like there were bomb threats at the Democratic National Committee as well. And that's literally everything that is currently happening. There's been reposts about, no, you're fine. So my partner is, there's a poly situation going on. So strap in. So my partner, her main partner is, the one I'm talking about. What I meant, oh man, you missed a lot, Solid. There's a lot of context and nuance that I don't understand. There's a lot of things that I don't have the knowledge of. I believe that there should be a solution, perhaps a two-state solution. I would prefer that. I would prefer for everyone to get the fuck along. So it's a nuanced thing. I believe that they deserve the right to live. I also believe that both parties deserve the right to live. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that a little bit further, but I hear a lot from my friend, my partner's boyfriend, and so yes, the answer, it's a long-winded question, or a long-winded answer for that, but just talking about the not only like the Charlie Kirk thing, but everything that's happening, like with the bomb threats and things like that that are going on right now. Like UMass just had shots fired. So far, yeah, with our tax dollars, exactly. Yeah, yeah, Solid, exactly. So it's just, it's too much. The whole situation is too much. Same thing with like Russia and Ukraine. Like, what the fuck? It's too much. This is too much. It's too much. It's far too much. 710 Tuesday. That's, yeah. I mean, that's very true too. I believe that there should be a two-state solution. Like I said, there are nuances that, you know, I'll never understand because I don't live in that community. I've heard both sides of the fence. I get it, and I just don't. It's too much. This has gone too far. It's at this point, it really is a genocide. We want, like, we as a culture, as a people, we should have the right to live. Like, everybody should have a right to live and live peacefully and live harmoniously. And I know that I know that there's been attacks, and I get that, like, especially on fucking 9/11. 9/11 radicalized me in the terms of the right wing, and I went full ass right wing. I educated myself. I dismantled a lot of the racism that I had. The fact that they're talking about being the Riviera, I ain't about that. Neither Israelis or Palestinians believe in a two-state solution. It needs to be that. And I can't grasp the concept of neither side can come to the table. Like, I feel like there's things that they're not telling us that's happening behind the scenes that quite possibly is the real reason behind nothing happening. And the Riviera thing, that makes me believe that that's what that is that they're doing it to make beachfront property. And with the 1%, which I believe that globally we should be it smells a little too rich for my blood. And that's where I'm like, yeah, we can eat the rich. Yeah, we can eat the rich. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, we can get into my extreme, eating the rich. Like, globally, the 1% are the ones that are causing the problems. They're the ones perpetuating the problems. They're the ones doing the genocides and doing the harm to the civilians and putting our people into wars that they start and killing our children. I just think it needs to be a lot more peaceful. You know what I mean? Killing anyone who challenges that. Yeah. That's another thing is, like, you can understand. Yeah, it's not a division between. Yeah, it's literally the 1% against us. And that's why I really didn't have a fucking care in the world that Charlie Kirk passed away. And the reason being is because he is a lapdog for these 1%ers. That's why there's a whole theory that I have now that I've been, like, looking into today. And there's, like, video of, like, people doing, like, hand gestures literally right before he gets unalived. Like, literally right then and there. If you look at the two dudes in the back, and the one tall dude was at the shooting of Donald Trump with his ear that ended up healing after 3 days. Weird. Don't like it. It smells. It smells. It smells. It smells like they're using it to do the same thing. No, I'm not live on TikTok. It smells like they are trying to divide us even further, because I've already gotten into it with several people about why are you, like, this man literally was getting people unalived by his rhetoric. But we also get lapdog of 1%. Yeah, Jeff Bezos, piece of shit. Big old piece of shit. There are the amount of, okay, so, like, Jeffrey Bezos, the Amazon warehouses, people have died on those floors. People have literally died on those floors. and their coworkers have to step over their fucking bodies and continue working. And to me, that's just, I don't even have the words. Like, it horrifies me. Every now and then I switch it because I'm probably going to end up going on TikTok a little bit, you know, to like do makeup and shit. So I need to also keep that in my head to say those words. So that's why I say it solid. I'm sorry. So yeah. No. Like 1% of the world's population that holds the biggest wealth, because you can become a millionaire without doing fuck shit to the population and actually make it with your hard-earned work. However, you cannot and will not become a billionaire or a trillionaire without like doing it off of fuck shit and stealing and doing horrible things to people, lower income people and things like that. So oh shit, seriously? I didn't know that. It was really, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Of course. Yeah, for now, solid. I'm all over on the same. It's je ne sais what on every platform. I almost did that. Haha. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Bezos is a big old piece of shit. The song's a bop, though. Jeffrey Bezos. Anyways. But that's like... it's just so bad. I'm getting you a link. Boom. Oh, wait, is that the right one? Hold on. Let me make sure. Nope, I did it wrong. Sorry, my bad. Don't go to that one. It's supposed to be links. I knew that, too. Especially his employee in Israel. Are you fucking serious? They actually had someone, like, kidnapped off their fucking Amazon. Oh my God. See, like, that shit is just like, it doesn't matter where it happens. If something like that happens at your fucking business, you don't even have the fucking humanity to say something, or to fucking, you have enough money, Bezos, or do something. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. No, that's entirely fucked up. But that's what I mean is, like, not for nothing, but a lot of the, because, like, right now what's happening is, like, white nationalists are in power and trying to shapeshift our country into what they're wanting. And as someone that was on the right for long enough to know, that's why I've made pacts. Like, I can say her name now, but she was one of my patients, but she was like the sweetest old lady, and she was this old Jewish lady that she fucking hated everybody except for me. And her name was Phyllis, and she was a little angel. I loved her. She was great. But she also, like, held her own. And at some point, her and I got to talking, and she's like, we're the minority. Because I told her, I was like, I'm pagan, and, and she's like, yeah, we're always the first two to go. And I was like, yep. And I told her, I was like, Phyllis, if shit starts popping off, like, can I come pick you up and, like, we can just run? She was elderly, too. I was like, can I just, like, I'll carry you if I have to. And we'll run away. We'll get the fuck out of here before they put us in an incinerator. And she's like, yes. I was like, oh, good. Like, I loved that woman. I still think about her all the time. She was such a sweet little lady. And she did not take shit from fucking anybody. She took shit from nobody. She kicked so many doctors out of her room because she was like, "You're wrong and you're not listening to me. Get out of my room." And he's like, and she was like, one of the things that she told me is she was like, if you don't believe what the person is saying, you're allowed to tell them that you think that they're full of shit. And I was like, you're right. Like, she's incredible. Oh, I don't know why the living's not working. Did it pop off? I don't know if it did. Let me see. If it didn't, I got it. Did it actually work? I don't think it did. Was it? Because I'm getting no result on that. Oh, you guys are doing a thing. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of misinformation going on. He's a programmer company, not a warehouse or anything. Not that. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and that's the huge thing about that is like we have these billionaires that are literally killing us. So what? They can have a bigger yacht? Jeffrey Bezos, his yacht that he sailed over to Italy with, that thing was so big they had to deconstruct the bridge by the plant that makes that. They had to deconstruct a bridge. And by the way, there's a yacht inside of a yacht. There's a yacht in the yacht. That's too many yachts, bro. It's too many yachts. Get out, yeah. Ugh. The delusion of infinite growth be the death of us all eventually, and the business, yeah. That's, you know what though? Like someone did a mural on a wall, and it was, you know, a political art piece, and I was like, yes, that. And it was like Jeffrey Bezos and like Trump and like Putin and all of them, and like a lot of the like extremist right wings. And it was them going into a spaceship, and Bezos was inside the spaceship with the thing out, and it said, just if you want to go to Mars, just send yourselves to Mars so we can party on Earth. And I'm like, yes. Go to Mars, bitch. Get out of here. People don't understand what infinite means. Yeah, Amazon only remembered him after he was shocker. That's crazy. And had to go back to work after that. That's fucking nuts, dude. There is a limit on how much money there is in the world, and they want to find it. Oh, they're hunting for it, bud. They're sniffling out. Like, if it's all hoarded, it serves no purpose. Exactly. At that point, I've said this on streams before, but at what point do we fuck off from the government and say we're starting our own thing, and this land we're gonna take and defend? Like, when, like, and I guess that couldn't really work at this point until like everybody, but that's what I'm saying is like, how does that work? Because like they can't do that. Like, when is it gonna be eat the rich time? When is it gonna be let them eat cake time? You know what I mean? Game devil out of political threat. Oh, hi, solid. Woo, hold on. Game dev that I follow, threat about political violence. Political violence is a term that exists to suggest the moral distinction, but the thing is political violence has been here. It's been here for 600 years, and I'm wondering where everybody else has been. What about the black men and women that were literally executed in America and they were eaten by white people? Because I found that shit out and I was fucking horrified. And they fed people to alligators. Like, all of this shit that is, it has been political violence. Political violence, our country is built off political violence. Christopher Columbus, political violence. Immediately we started that shit right out of the gate. So it's like, political violence has been here. And if you didn't realize it, then your people weren't oppressed, you know? So it can be condemned. So that's why it's so easy to ignore all of it, is because we've been a violent people for a very, very long time. I mean, possibly. I think that political violence just in general is really bad, but whether violence is acceptable, yeah. And yeah. And she said something similar, but again, this method is the least bad of the other methods. What method? Capitalism. Yeah, but we're ish. If we were a little bit more open-minded and a little bit more flexible as to what we would do, as far as, like, you know, globally with all of the countries and things like that, if we were a little bit more flexible on getting pieces of different, you know, different types and then putting them together, being okay with leaving one thing when another presents itself that's better, another option, is not the best system. Yeah. She's the least bad. Yeah, I get that. More giving. Yeah. Yeah, we have too many takers, and it's not the low-income people. It's not the people struggling. It's not the people busting their ass every day to try to make ends meet. It is not those people. The people that we are, you know, that I'm talking about are the 1% that literally that are basically Nepo babies, which I don't know if you know that term, but it's where they were birthed into extreme wealth. And so they get to just kind of ride the train, you know. Little socialism and for the U.S. Yeah, I agree. God, our healthcare system. God, I wonder, how does that feel, Israel? How does that feel? What's that like? What's that like to actually be able to go to the doctor, unlike us? Yeah, the U.S. is a third world country in a Gucci belt. Yeah, Bruce is right here. Come here. You want up? No, you just want to sit? No, he just wants to sit. He just wants to chill. I don't think he wants airtime, I guess. No airtime? Do you want up? Oh, we're getting airtime. Oh, he's giving his opinions. Shh, everybody. Shh. It's important. Bruce, what's your opinions, bud? You got your opinions? Hey. Let me just... There we go. Bruce is giving you opinions. Better opinions than me. Right, Bruce? Oh, he's done. He said all they needed to say. He was like, okay, I'm done now. See ya. We're not gonna be much longer. All the groundbreaking surgeries are yeah, not for long. I want you to know. Hey, Bruce. Can you not? Hi. I know, little angel. I know you want that, but no. So we have RFK dismantling our healthcare system entirely. What that means is the reason that, how I was saying earlier, that hospitals in rural areas are going to be closing their doors. There's already a few that are closing their doors, citing this big, beautiful bill that passed. Social programs have now been taken. So Medicare and Medicaid, which help low-income people and people with disabilities have health insurance to be able to go to the doctor. Rural hospitals, if they take in 30 to 40% Medicare and Medicaid, they are going to be closing down because they will not be able to keep up their doors because they are cutting all of those benefits for all these people. So more than likely, most people are going to be out of healthcare, so we will not be going to the doctors anymore. That also will stress out the hospitals that are open because people are going to stop going to the doctor unless it is a dire circumstance, which means that the hospitals in the rural areas are going to be already flooded with patients because of that alone and being one of the only ones for X amount of miles. So that's started. Now, the HCA hospital, like, stuff, he is pulling all medical research. So all cancer research has now been canceled. Fucking, I really want to cry. I've had family pass away from cancer, so I'm a little, like, pissy about it. But, so we pulled all medical research due to cancer. We have pulled, I don't even know, I don't even know, like, all the other things, but now vaccine mandates are being pulled, which the problem with that in Florida for vaccine mandates for school in all of the state of Florida, that means that anyone that is still on Medicaid or Medicare, those shots will no longer be covered, which means we are going to see an influx in things like, fuck, medical shit gets me going, because, like, I've seen too many unvaccinated children die, so, like, I'm a little too much. So a lot of those kids that could be vaccinated are no longer going to be vaccinated. We are going to see a spike in measles, mumps, rubella, Hep B. We're going to see spikes in, you know, COVID, but, like, polio, chickenpox, all of these things. They're going to kill children. Do you know that polio was eradicated here in America, and it's going to come back? And we no longer make those tanks that you have to have in order to keep someone alive. So that's why we're going to be going downhill pretty fast. And we're going to see a lot of children deaths. And I'm really upset about it. Yeah, it's all being gutted. The thing on the left is the Department Designed to Kill. Yeah, they changed the name from the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Works in the medical field. Don't you have some kind of insurance that is cheaper and more? No. I wish I was lying to you. I wish I could give you an answer that said that, yeah, it's, no, we don't. The thing is that if you try to buy insurance, it is beyond insane as far as cost goes. I always say everything wholeheartedly, but I work 40 hours a week. I get paid every week. My take-home check is like $600. That's not even enough for me to live. And I think $120 out of each paycheck is taken out for insurance every week. $460 $60 a month for insurance. And I struggled with taking it, but I was like, I need to go get my health checked, but then I couldn't get time off. So here I am with less than a month in my job, and I need to get everything done before my insurance runs out next month. So it's so fucked. It's horrible. It's a phenomenon where children are not vaccinated. Belong to middle. Yeah, it is bizarre. It is bizarre. We shouldn't have that. We shouldn't be allowing, and you know, this goes into the, you know, the Palestine thing. Like, those kids are, you know, kids shouldn't be killed. Kids shouldn't be brainwashed. Kids need to be protected, educated, nourished, and loved. They need to have their basic needs met in a positive environment, in a positive, like, I would like to say world, but look at where we're at, but there's children being killed, so not a good thing. Not a good thing. So that's what it has to do with that, is it's globally. It's all children. That's what I feel, is it's all children. We need to protect every child. We have, you know, our president sitting here doing, like, probably more than likely in the fucking Epstein files. It was diddling fucking kids. Kids need to be children, and they need to be loved and cared for and fed and not lied to and coerced and used as pawns. No, there's so many people that don't really give a fuck about kids. I don't even have kids. I don't want kids. And it bothers me deeply. Oh, those hostages are dead. I'm gonna be honest. There's no way. Like, it's been there. That's the thing, is like, there's a way to stop. You know what I mean? Like, there's children. There's children literally being bombed and killed. It's not okay. It's just not okay. I don't know. It's a horrible thing. Everything to do with children is always, they're always the fucking pawns. This is always a pawn situation where kids are just used, abused, and thrown away. And seeing everything happen, just everything, it's so disheartening. And I really wish that we would all just come to the table and be peaceful, like, just globally. Because, again, like, I was married to a Russian. So, like, I got, like, that whole situation has me more in the lockdown because of everything going on. Putin's a fucking asshole. And he needs to get the fuck out. Like, and he went into Poland and started doing, bombed in Poland. And Poland has been saying this whole time, we need to stop him because if this is too close to the things before, like Germany. So it's just like, yeah. Exactly. It's incredibly sad to see adults using and abusing children. And as someone that grew up in households where that happened to me, it hits pretty fucking close to home. And it makes me really fucking mad because that is something that they can't control. Children can't control what parents are telling them. They can't control, and like, friends of mine have told me that, like, oh, a lot of these kids, especially like in Gaza, are, being trained and stuff. But that's the thing, is we are adultizing. I don't know if that's a word. We're basically turning these children into adults and forgetting that they're mushy brained. Children are mushy brained. So whatever their parents are telling them, whatever is doing that is how they are going to shape their world. If you have a parent that is a religious zealot, or like a Christian nationalist, like, I'll stick to my homegrown stuff because it's easier for me to be more knowledgeable. Because if you go outside the US, shit starts getting weird for me, where I'm like, I just learned this. Like, I learned how our politics worked for the first time in my life. But like, if we have a child that is born and raised in Christian nationalism, that is all that they know. And that is not their fault. That is not their fault. If you have a child that is, problematic, and his parents allow him to take a gun to school, or they turn a blind eye to it, because that's happened, the parents are responsible to be intelligent about the way that they raise their child, and be sympathetic to the fact that they are learning and they're growing and they're picking up everything. It's wrong. Children don't have the luxury of being able to have enough self-awareness to be able to say, I'm not good with this. Kids eventually possibly learn that. I know that, like, Monty Mater on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. She grew up in a Christian nationalist household, went to PragerU, went to all these, like, and did all of this stuff, and was brought up to be a fundamentalist Christian nationalist, to die for her cause, because that's what they're told here. I'm not kidding. Is that one day someone's going to come up to you and kill you for your faith, and you have to die for it. And I'm like, whoa. I'm looking at my altar like, you guys wouldn't ask me to do that, right? No, exactly. So it's just, like, and she talks about escaping that, and I don't know if she's ever really said, like, no, she did. She said something about, a friend of hers, like, helped her understand and had a conversation, with them, and did, everything to kind of re-educate herself. But she grew up in that shit. She didn't know any better. Kids are, and that's the thing, is, like, it, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's, if adults are using children as leverage, they're a cruel and inhumane person. Period. Cruel and inhumane. But that's the thing, like, that's where my question is that, like, let me go into the center here. If Hamas like, I just don't see how there can be many left after what I've seen. And I'm not on the ground. Thank God. I'm not, and I wish no one else was. I wish none of this was happening. But why would you destroy your entire community for what? You know what I mean? That's where I can't grasp that concept. That's why I'm looking at them posting the, the, you know, Riviera, Gaza Riviera. That's why I'm looking at that and going, are we being told the truth? Or is this for their benefit? For any millionaire or billionaires, credit. You know what I mean? Like, it seems too like the ruling class to be like lying to us so they can get rid of people, so they can put in real estate. Because right now what they're like, I don't know. I think that they're true, and I think that I truthfully believe that they're not telling us the truth. I don't think that they are. Hey, Furry, the Native Americans, for the Native American to stop being genocided, they need to surrender to the American state. Yes! That's it. Thank you. I was trying to, like, sit there and think about that, but yeah, that's why I'm like, I think that they're lying to all of us. I don't think that this is, like, I think that they want to make that into real estate. And part of me is like, I can't imagine them not coming to the table unless something else is happening. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what's happening behind the closed doors. But I'd venture to guess, because I think Charlie Kirk was a martyr and they killed him. I think that Trump killed him. Had him killed, at least. That's what I think. That's my hot take. That's my hot take for the day. The more I've been thinking about it, the more I've been really, like, questioning it, the more I'm like, I wonder. Everybody lies. Especially the ruling class. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ruling class. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that they are the ruling class that wants to eradicate a lot of us. There's a whole, like, mentality. There's like something that I really need to look this up to actually be able to talk on it a little bit better, but there's a whole ideal that there should only be a certain amount of humans on the planet. And we ain't it. You and I, we ain't it. Not it. We're not the people that they want. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. So many people that hate Israel and Gaza supporting fundamental. Guess we ought to keep bombing. Yeah. So I think that they're lying to us. That's what I think. Is that they're entirely lying to us. And the more divided we fall, even globally, the better they have it. That's just me. I think that it's a whole ass ploy, because we aren't going to be able to buy those homes. We're not going to be able to. Who do you think's going to be vacationing there when they inevitably destroy an entire population and genocide an entire population, and they're building these fucking mansions and shit? There's a thing called company towns. And what do you call it? This is the way that I see this situation playing out. In Colorado, in like the fuck, I can't even think of what it's called, but like the really fancy ski resort town. No, millionaires are being bought out of those houses because they can't afford it anymore. Millionaires are being taken out of this area that was for them to billionaires, and the only way that the town can keep running is if they have company run properties for people to rent. So they're income based, but you also have to live with several roommates and this and that. It's a company town. They're still getting paid American dollars, not scripts, company scripts. But that's what I think that they're trying to do in like the Riviera of the Middle East. Is they're going to pull in people and they're going to put them in company towns, and you're going to get company scripts. And then guess what? Olden days, baby. They can do whatever the fuck they want to us at that point. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, that's what I think, is that we're witnessing the 1% do extreme land grabs. A lot of American properties are owned by different corporations and people overseas. We have a housing crisis over here because they are land grabbing. Right now, farmers that voted for Trump are... Hey, Cass. Farmers in like rural America are starting to lose their farms to what? Say it with me. Big business. It seems a little too on the nose. It all seems to add up. Like, as far as the 1% and the ruling class want to enslave the whole fucking population. You know what I mean? And if they have enough people to guard them, they can do whatever the fuck they want to all of us globally. Fundamentally, oh, you guys are doing your own thing, my bad. But yeah, I really wish that we would start. Depends on what day. I am gender fluid. Not like I'm not like Odo from Star Wars, Star Trek. Jesus. Everybody, here, take my badge. Take it. I don't deserve it. Son of a bitch. I'm not like Odo from Star Trek. No, I'm gender fluid, so I go between the genders. I cannot pick one. Oh, you were asking furry. My bad. Either way, you need to take my badge because, like, I just swapped Star Trek and Star Wars, and I've been a Trekkie my whole life. I'm gonna impale myself with this plasma sword. Yeah, Nestle, yeah, no, that was my bad. I read it. I just immediately was like, oh yeah, hello. Sometimes I'm a boy, sometimes I'm a girl. It just depends on the day. Waking up is hard. But yeah, like how many properties are run, you know, just in the United States? Like, let's not even like consider the other countries. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can absolutely trace the money back to them being like, yeah, we're gonna take over. We're gonna, you know, skip around the thing. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna take away everybody's stuff. We're gonna, you know, take all the properties. We're gonna take all the, you know, control everything. And it's just really bad. Bernie wasn't in the last election. I voted for Kamala. Do I support Bernie? I see you, buddy. He's on that wall right over there. Him and his little mittens. Around 10 to 8 mega corporations rule all the markets. Yes. 1,000%. Yeah, because there's a guy that was doing, he was basically going to like the grocery store and then taking a picture of everything that was on the shelf. And then it was like these, he would like color code it and be like, this is, you know, this company. And then a color code is like, this is this company, this is this company, and this is the only brand in this whole aisle that is a small company. And I'm like, holy shit. I've said this on streams before, and I will say it until I'm blue in the face. I don't think we should have big business. Yes, that means that we have to wait for our packages instead of waiting a day for them or whatever. I want to have that local flavor again. I cannot tell you how angry it makes me that McDonald's is in Japan. And I get that they have different food. I understand that. I don't give a fuck. The fuck are you doing over there, McDonald's? Get the fuck out. Let them be them and stop infiltrating. Like, to me, I'm just like, stop doing that shit. Local flavor is essentially gone in America. Now America is, instead of like multiple different types of flavors all over the place, now it's just one bland taste. I haven't been to Louisiana. I do want to go there, but I know that there's McDonald's there too. But that's what I'm saying is like, I don't believe that any big business should be big enough that they can monopolize and do that shit and have like 8 to 10 corporations own everything, probably globally. And I just can't deal with that. Like, I really want to have small businesses. I love, one of my favorite things in the whole wide world to do while I'm on vacation is have like local food and go to like local places. Yeah, it is the illusion of choice. But I want to go to like local places and like local breweries. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm 99% sure that I might be allergic to beer. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The morning after sucks, but I don't care, bro. I love my IPAs. I love my stouts. I love going to local breweries. It's one of my favorite fucking things in the whole wide world is going to a new place and then finding their local brewery or like local like meadery or local anything and going and getting that flavor. Getting a flight and tasting that specific company's like local flair and then going to like any kind of like restaurant that has like local flavored food. Things that is owned by a local person, that is made by the locals, that you know what I mean? Like, North Carolina is known for our barbecue. We have two types of barbecue. We have the vinegar-based one, which I like, and then the sweet one, which I don't like. I come from Chicago. We have Chicago deep dish, and we have our Portillo's hot dog. Deep dish, you can either go with Lou Malnati's or whoever the fuck the other guy is, because that's sweet sauce and I don't like it. If I'm going to have pizza and I'm going to have pizza sauce, I want that shit to have spice in it, not sugar. Thank you. Anyways. The pizza thing, I need to get off of that subject real fast because I get heated because I'm from Chicago and I fucking love that pizza. Like, Lou Malnati's, I'm coming to you next month, baby. I'm going to gorge myself on that pizza, bro. I'm going to gain like 200 pounds. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to eat so many hot dogs. I'm going to unhinge my jaw and pop them all down. I know what that look like and sound like. I don't care. Because I'm going to get Portillo's. And if I have to double dip on that, it's going to hurt. But I'm going to do it. because I have my cousin's wedding, and so I don't know how much time I'm gonna be able to like master it. But anyways, it's still, see, you got to get me off Chicago food. Do you notice how fast I got off of North Carolina barbecue to go to Chicago's food, bro? So anyways, I like my local flair. I think that we need to be a better country where we don't have all this shit around. That we actually can like have local foods and local flair and local buildings even. Like if you go to Massachusetts, the buildings look so significantly different than everything else. I don't know why that's not working. Hold on, we're gonna hit a couple buttons. Oh, did it? That's why I don't use this. Thank you, Israeli. We're just gonna... Where's my shit at? Where's my lipstick? Or my, Oh, no. Do I not even have, like, any... Oh, wait. Wait. We got it. We don't got it. We don't got it. Where's my phone at? No, we'll get it. No, we're good now. No? I'm taking this lipstick off. That's it. Hold on. 2 seconds. This is why I choose to use different lipstick that doesn't smear or do anything. Because this shit does not stay on for anything. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, now you want to fucking stay on. Killing me. Does it play anything? No? Maybe? Why is my soundboard not working? God damn it. Another thing I have to fix. Son of a bitch! Ooh, let's see. It's not coming off now. Fucking pick a side. No, I can't say that because I literally am gender fluid and I'm always kind of both situations. My lipstick is just proving that I'm a pain in the ass. No, my lipstick is just proving that I'm a pain in the ass. So, you know. Jesus. Oh boy. What a wild ride. It is not coming off. That's hilarious though. But yeah. It's kind of coming off like... Hold on, wait a second. Just in general. It says that it's come off, but it still looks like it's on my face. And I've also now wiped. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to go get my makeup. Redo this fucking thing. There we go. We're fixed. We are fixed. Oh, wait. Do I have makeup right here? Hold on. I've been redoing my entire room. So, like, I don't know what all I have over here. Oh, this is a sticker that my friend made. It says, forced to shit. Or, wait, born to shit, forced to wipe. Which I think is hysterical. But we got our witchy shit in here, so that's definitely not makeup. Holy shit. This is my stream kit, just in case I, like, didn't... This makeup is old. I need to throw some of this shit out. I don't even know. Oh, I have a spackle. How... What does this smell like? I do. I've gotten a lot better. These are, like, my old YouTube videos. I need to do, like, a body paint one. Oh, wait. I did a body paint one. I just have to edit it. Oh, God. Because I remember I put it into, like, the thing to, like, start editing and cutting and clipping. And it was, like, 17 minutes. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I know it's going to be, like, little 1 second, like, clips because it's me putting it on and shit. But, like, it's going to be a lot to edit. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a lot to edit. Too much. Didn't say, how old do I look? Yeah, this mascara's old. There is no wrong answer, because if you say 65, I'd be like, correct. If I was 65, then no, I wouldn't be able to retire. That would suck. So I'm not 65, so there you go. There you can gauge off that. I forgot I had this palette. That's pretty. Hey, Leia, how are you doing? Say what? Oh, yeah, it is going well. I rediscovered that I have, like, a little makeup kit that needs to be redone. Because, like, I mean, this is a good eyeshadow. That's an okay one. What is happening here? Eye serum. There's, like, nothing in there, JP. What the fuck are you doing? I got my MAC lip gloss. Which, again, that's why I don't use it. A lipstick, again, that's why I don't use it. A lip tint. Taking those out. So we are left with a razor. Matcha green tea moisturizer. A hair thing. More hair things. And dental floss. Look at that. Oh, and the little palette. We gotta redo that. Well, at least I know what's on my to-do list for today. I'm really bad at this game. Anyway. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, 30 plus is good. No, I'm 40. I'm 40. I just turned 40, like, July. I don't feel it, though. So, I definitely don't feel it. Yeah. I don't feel it. Every now and then my knees start hurting, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, it's happening. Not now! Not like this! God, not like this! Oh, it's like the meme from, what is it called? The Office. The, no! No! That one. It's like that. It's a little bit like that. Leia! Also, Leia, did you see that, that we're losing, Max? Did you see? I'm very sad. I'm very sad. So, Israel, you were good. You know what I mean? Glad to know I'm not the only 34 and I don't feel my age either. Lately, your knees have been hurting too. Yeah, it fucking sucks. If you're not taking fish oil, that helps. And that definitely helps because, like, I was getting mad tennis elbow, which is weird because, like, I don't fucking play tennis. And I'm not sporty at all right now. Specifically right now. So I was like, why the fuck are you hurting? You know what I mean? And it was like, I started taking fish oil and then it's, you know, it started to, like, not hurt anymore. So I know, I'm so sad. I told him that, that he's gonna need to, at some point I'm probably gonna have Max on my live and we're gonna sit there and chit chat about something. We're gonna, I don't know what, but we're gonna chit chat. Yeah. Knees definitely are hurting though. And the patella of the knee. Yeah. Mine, it just depends on the day. Sometimes it's like, I don't know. My left side is slightly shorter than my right side, so that's definitely a reason why my left knee is the primary culprit of hurting, which always kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm so sad, Leia. Max is my buddy on the show. Not that Abby's not. Don't get me wrong. I love Abby. But, like, Abby is, like, And then it's like, because I'm never on whenever Talib's on. He's never. I think so, maybe. It's mostly for joints, so I don't know if it's. I mean, honestly, it can't hurt. It's gonna help your joints in general, so I mean, it might. You can always try. So, but yeah, I wanna do like something. Because Max used to tattoo, and so I think I might like shoot him some like talking points, and we might like do like a stream about like punk and tattoos and like etc etc. I think it'd be kind of fun. So, but yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe. Damn, YouTube is very laggy on the chat. Wow. No, Leia isn't my partner. No, Leia's on what do you call it, on YouTube. So she's the one that's heart and emoji right there. I am pansexual, so I kind of, as long as you treat me right, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Yeah, but I'm what you would consider pansexual because I've had partners of all types. And for me, like, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Right now, nobody other than my main partner, but she's like, we haven't seen each other in like 3 weeks. She has an extremely busy schedule and I do too, so it's kind of, this is the kind of relationship I need right now, because I am definitely emotionally exhausted from my last relationship that was like 3 years ago. It's a fucking nightmare, I'm not gonna lie to you. It does. It reminds me of the frying pan meme too. So yeah. Which I, like, partner in crime. Yeah, Leia's my partner in crime. Yeah. So yeah, it's really funny though. I think, like, yeah, for me, like, my last relationship was absolutely terrible. I keep skipping over that one. I dated someone for like 3 months. It was like a very quick blip, and I always forget that I dated. Whenever I talk about my last ex that I have a restraining order against, I'm always like, oh yeah, there's another one that exists in the middle that was like, just like a 3-month little fun shindig, and then, like all things, they dissipated into the ether. On to other things. Never been in a long-term relationship. I been with women, just not long-term. I get that. The thing is like, I really wish that we would stop pushing the narrative of like, get married, have kids, get married, have kids, get married, have kids. Because I feel like people that are like myself, where, or like, you just don't really want to have like a long relationship. I think it's okay. And I really wish that was more like acceptable, to where you can be like, hey, like, I'm good with having like a short-term partner, because like, I've not been on dating apps, but what I'm hearing is that people are putting on dating apps that they're looking for like a long-term partner, but then their actions and everything that they're doing is showing that they're not wanting that. Or like, that's why I'm kind of giving poly a little bit of a role, is because I don't know, like, because I am pansexual, like, I've always kind of been like, I don't know if I just want to stick with like one part, or like a one female or one male partner. I kind of want to have like a male and a female partner. It's hard for me to commit. Yeah, my longest relationship was 7 years, and honestly, I wish I wouldn't have committed to that one. Because that was a divorce situation. That was with the Russian. very, like, no emotions in that person. None. So it was doomed from the jump. But I really didn't want to acknowledge that fact. I think I was fixated on, no, for the 7 years, I think that a lot of that was, because we got married, like, really fast. If I would have stayed with him for, like, a year longer, I would have said that I'm not doing this. But we got married within that year, or that 2-year time period. Which, looking back on, I'm like, oh, not good. But like, many times over, I'd asked him, I was like, hey, would you be cool with me if I got a girlfriend? And he was like, no. And that's okay. Like, everybody has their boundaries and whatnot. But he was very much his big thing was, he's like, oh yeah, if you want to like get together with a girl, just like take photos for me. And I was like, so you're thinking of this other human being as a toy, basically, that you're allowing me to play with under the guise of, like, you want me to send you photos. For what? Do you want me to show her photos of us? Is that how you want it? But there was a lot of things that, like, that's what are called microaggressions, but that's a microaggression for someone that is in the LGBT. Because a lot of times that means that they don't see female relationships as actual relationships. It's something that is kind of, you hear it too often to the point where you're just like, okay, this is gross. Friend him. Oh, like a girlfriend. Yeah, he knew what I meant. He was like, oh no, you're allowed to fuck her and take photos, but, like, everything else, no. And so I was like, okay, I'm not cool with that. And then we didn't have sex for, like, or even, we literally didn't even touch for a year and a half while he watched girls on Twitter and was, like, watching girls all the time. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like do OnlyFans again. So I started my OF again, and I was like, okay, bye. Like, and I had asked him a while prior and was like, hey, are you okay with me doing this? And he's like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, cool, okay. And then whenever I did it, that was the problem. And that's what started the ball rolling. But when I made that account, I knew with 100% certainty that we weren't lasting. Because, like, before we got married, I even looked at my friend and was like, I don't want to marry him. And they were like, you're just getting cold feet. And then my mom told me that too. And I was like, okay, I guess this is just that. And I should have listened to my gut. But I digress. But I started doing my OnlyFans and stuff. And so I did that. And then whenever we got our actual divorce, he was like, in our agreement, in order to go to court for me to get alimony, which I was supposed to be awarded, he put on in that he wanted every message, every photo that I took, including on my OnlyFans, from, like, an extremely long time. I think it was like 3 years, which meant that a man that didn't want to touch me for a year and a half was going to get every single nude that I took. On top of that, he knew that my best friend was also doing OnlyFans, and we were sending each other bangers back and forth. We're like, oh my God, look at this. Like, that's what we do. And so he ended up wanting those photos, because that would have been in that whole thing. And what's really gross about that is she is the older sister to the girl that he was stalking online, and showing me photos of her and being like, why don't you look like this? You could just go to the gym and look like this, which made my eating disorder worse. And then he would have gotten every client that I have on OnlyFans, like all their names, every photo. I was in groups on different forums and stuff that he also wanted, that was going to be giving him like terabytes of porn, basically, free. And when I left, I took one of the computers and I found just an overabundance of 3D for your goggles, like the 3D goggles, found tons of porn on that he was watching instead of like, and I don't care if a guy watches porn. Like, I've done it. I've done porn. I watch porn. So like, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I literally was begging this man to at least hug me and give me some sort of affection to let me know that he even cared about me. Instead, he was doing it this way. And I was like, this is not the way. And if I would have seen all that, and if I would have brought it up to him and been like, this is a problem. You have a wife that's willing to put out, and you're not doing anything. And you're just belittling me. And then you do this. This is going to be a no-go. This is now a boundary that you have forced me to set. But he didn't like any boundaries, so that wouldn't have worked anyways. So, what does that mean? That you're allowed to have sex and take pictures, but not the other things? So, basically what he wanted was, he wanted porn from me. So basically let me see if I can, the best way to describe this. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but like, he wasn't seeing the other person as a person. He was seeing them as something that I can bring back to him so he can jerk off to it. And for me, that's not what that would be. For context, I might be, I should say panromantic. Like, I'm attracted to all types of people. But I'm also, I wouldn't be surprised if he saw me as an object. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not sure if that wasn't too far from the truth on that. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. And to me, it would have been a romantic thing for me because I'm asexual. So like, I don't just like, romance and sexual attraction isn't the same for me as it is for everyone else. And it's one of those things where I have to get to know that person before I'm like actually like super attracted to them or want to do something with them. Let me play one of those because it's just not wanting to. Did it work? No. Wait. Let me do the thing. Did it do it? I can't tell. It's not coming through my speakers anymore. That's so weird. I'm afraid he's dead. I don't know what's going on with that thing. Oh, okay. There we go. I couldn't find Livin'. I don't know why that's doing the thing. I need to reconfigure all this. God damn it. There's like 3 places that I think I have sound alerts, and I think that they're really... Oh, there it is. I don't know if that's blasting your eardrums out, so I'm going to just... I just turned it down to 69, which is hilarious. Your Instagram. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I try. I grew it myself. I grew it myself. There we go. I don't know what's going on with my thing. But yeah, actually, I appreciate that, because I definitely had a pretty heavy eating disorder for a very, very long time. Longer than I don't know how I kept it up. So I've gained more weight. I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I feel like I'm the happiest, and I think I look the healthiest. Looking at old photos of me, one of my friends sent me a photo, and I'm gonna be honest, I just kind of stared at it for a while, and then I just cried. Because I was and that was whenever I was with my ex-husband, I was very, very, very small. And I think I was about 110 pounds, or 120 pounds, 115. Something like in that bracket, just, bouncing between those two. And yeah. Thank you. Yeah. He definitely wanted me to be a gym rat, which he is a gym rat. I'm not much of a gym person. Like, I will go if I have, like, the means to, but I don't have the funds to. I'm starting to, right now, I'm understanding what my body needs for food, and then I'm going to kind of start throwing little exercises into it, because the gym is now a trigger for me. And exercise typically is a trigger for me because of my ex-husband. And I didn't like the gym to begin with, so whether or not that's actually psychological, or my brain just is like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, and I cannot go there without freaking out. So I don't know if there's like multiple things at play that make me just be like, I don't want to do this. You work a physical job. Oh yeah. If you work a physical job, you're golden. I'm working a normal, you just sit down and that's it kind of job, and in October 3rd is my last day of this job, and I'm going to be doing like some little classes and things like that, like Coursera. It's on Google, but getting like certificates and things like that to help me with my job search, because I didn't go to college. College is insanely expensive here. So, oh, boo. And I don't have any of my friends on this. Ban and delete. Perfect. Got it. Yeah, so if you're doing a manual job, then yeah, you're totally good. But I'm going to start adding like a little routine here and there to like try to start edging back into being good on my body, like in general, as a whole, instead of doing the food portion of it but not doing the exercise portion, because you really need both in order to stay as healthy as you can. And especially with me losing my insurance, I will not have insurance for the foreseeable future. So anything coming up is... That's why I need to take care of myself. So I'm like, ooh. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, absolutely. So funny. But yeah, he, from what I've heard, is that I guess he was dating someone for a while and then they broke up, and I was like, yeah, not surprising, because I heard from the two girls prior that told me through other people that he was the same with them, where he was like a mentally abusive and being like, you need to go to the gym, or just like, if you went to the gym you'd look like this. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. She has implants and a BBL, bitch. You can't get an ass from going and doing hip thrusts and shit. You can't get an ass like that. Okay? Like, there are certain things that I know about people in my industry, and when you say, oh, you can look like this if you just worked out. No. Money, please. If you want me to look like that, you're going to have to pay up, and it's going to have to be through a surgeon. So, it's so silly. Part of me believes so, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think I know. I was with him for 7 years. I don't think I fucking know. I think if I ever talked politics or anything, there wasn't really much back and forth. But I also didn't really talk a lot of politics back in those days. So, I don't know. My genetics, but yeah. I don't think that, yeah, especially genetics for healing and having those, like, things set in your body correctly. You know what I mean? Yeah, I honestly, the longer I've looked at, you know, and deconstructed a lot of the things that I wish I would have deconstructed either during or before I lost a handful of time with people, you know, that weren't good for me or whatever. I felt like I didn't deserve a lot. So when I wasn't getting any kind of affection or love or anything, I think a big chunk of me felt I deserved it. So I think that that's why I stuck around for as long as I did. I didn't even change my last name until like 3 to 4 years in. I think I knew. I think deep down inside I knew, but I held on to the idea that I want to have a partner and I want to be married, and I think I lost sight of what you're supposed to do in order to get into that kind of healthy situation. If I'm going to be completely honest. Both muscle and gain are related to genetics, for example. Yeah, I can gain muscle mass like crazy, but I have to preface this with whenever I was anorexic. So I don't know how I'm going to gain muscle now, but I assume if I was able to gain muscle at like an extreme level, as fast as I could back in those days, I feel like there's probably a genetic factor to that, and it probably wasn't just the anorexia. The anorexia just helped show the muscles a little bit better because I had no fucking fat on my body. You eat a lot, fair, but you also run around. People keep forgetting that, like, every activity makes your body need more fuel. And even, like, driving, like, I drove to Atlanta, which is basically 5 hours. It's like 4.5. But, you know, with rest area stops and gas and food break, I typically drive by myself, so typically I try to do that all in one stop. I have a Prius, so it's pretty easy to do that, because it's a hybrid, but I'll stop like halfway and, you know, that'll kind of do that. But I always forget that just because I'm driving, it doesn't mean that my brain's not, like, working overtime, because I'm sitting here, like, making sure that nothing's happening, you know, doing the driving thing. And one of my friends was like, you've been driving and you haven't eaten yet. Because, like, a few months ago, I drove with a friend kind of far, and she was like, you haven't eaten yet. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, you're driving, your brain's working, you need to fuel up. I was like, oh, fuck, you're right. I forgot about it, too. So, like, didn't even think about it that was, like, a thing that you need to do while you drive, because your brain's still working, and that's still, like, taking energy and doing the things. So, you know, I I forget things. Like, there are so many things, like, food related that my brain just, it doesn't even think about it because I was anorexic for so long that I just, my normal status is just never hungry. Like, I smoke the reefer, which helps with my depression, anxiety, but it also helps me eat. Because I won't eat. Yesterday I didn't, I felt like I was smoking a little too much for a little while there because, like, I got off Dragon Con and I was just, like, constantly chewing on edibles and, like, eating, like, or drinking, like, THC seltzers. So I was like, I need to take a break for a second, which I know it can be very detrimental to me. So, like, I took, like, a couple of hits just to keep my anxiety down and my depression down, and then forgot that the food situation is a thing. And I literally ate a chicken leg and, like, probably not even a full serving of pasta. That's literally all I had yesterday. And I went to sleep and I was like, I think I forgot to eat today. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Oh well. And went back to sleep, like, went to sleep. So, for me, it's not even about a partner. I just want to travel with friends that are going to be really cool travel mates. I think that's really what like my goal and game plan is to have, like, a little harmonious group of people that we, you know, either live around each other or, like, a friend of mine, she's like, what I want to do is get land and all of us build, like, little, like, small tiny homes on it and we become a community. And I'm like, oh god, yeah, that's my language. That's my language. And cuz, like, there's a thing here. I don't know if it's a thing everywhere else, but yeah, like a commune situation, but, like, not like a cult commune, but, like, you know, we just want to live together in harmony and, like, take care of each other kind of thing. I don't know if this is, like, a thing everywhere else, but, like, we have a lot of people that are buying, like, RVs and doing, like, living full-time out of an RV or a van, and people travel in packs together. And with how our globe is currently, and all of the god, what is it called, all the changes in our environment that are becoming more and more common. In America, we have a fuckload, like, we have tornado season, we have hurricane season, we have, you know, volcanoes, we have every natural disaster, we have it. And I was saying on a stream not too long ago that I'm like, I wonder if that's going to become, like, a more feasible option for us, just so we don't get caught up in large storms, especially like hurricanes, and, you know, packing up our shit before, you know, and leaving, or, like, going to safe places, or, you know, whatever, like, even just going to national parks or going and traveling to different places. So it's kind of one of those things where I was like, I wonder if that's going to be kind of a normal, or if this is just a trend. I'm in, like, a ton of those groups because I'm like, I love my things. Do not get me wrong. I love my things, and I will have, like, I'll be running a storage unit, so I'll have, like, still all of my stuff because I'm a little bit of a hoarder, but mostly with cosplays and cosplay adjacent things, which is too many things. I want you to know that right now. It's too many things. But I've been kind of playing with that idea. The only big issue with that is I have a turtle and a tank. And so I've been trying to, like, find communities that can actually help me, like, figure out how to get him into an RV or van, and then I can take my cat, my turtle, and we can just do some little adventures and whatnot. And I feel like that would be a lot of fun. And then if I have, you know, this is a full-time job and it actually does something, then hey, excellent. Then I can do that as my full-time job and get into a van, then just kind of go around and stuff. Thank you so much for the follow. And do things like that. And if I have to go back to a normal job, I'm fine with it. That's why I'm doing class stuff. Using that big brain. Just the few ridges that are up here, I'm using them. I'm trying. Like, you would like to be in a community like that? Yeah. Be the leader of a cult. Oh my God. But I don't think it'll succeed. It's not my need. I feel you. I feel you. But seriously, such communities can create great... Yes, it does. Yeah. I think, the friend that would be doing this, this... I kid you not, this is what she wants to call it. She wants to call it the e-girl commune. Because all of us are e-girls. And that's what she wants, is to eventually have a little commune of e-girls. And I was like, I love this idea. Are you fucking kidding me? I love this idea. So we can sit around and do bullshit together. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. But yeah, I agree with you. It can absolutely come with exploitation. That's why a lot of times I tend to do things that are solo. That's why I'm like, I'm not necessarily looking for like a partner that's forever, you know, that has to be around me full time. That's why I like my partner now, is because like I don't have a lot to give, whether that be emotionally or time right now. So it takes a lot of the strain off of that. And so it's nice. It's nice. It makes it a little easier. And yeah, that's why I say like I'm much more of like a person that's like, if I end up being solo like the rest of my life, I'm okay with it, because I enjoy my own company and I enjoy my own peace, which is very hard to obtain, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of changing your perspectives and changing like your thought processes and things like that. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't know if it would be just women. I know that Robbie would be involved. One of the, actually my best friend's partner, and he's an angel. I fucking love him. He and my friend, they have almost, they're one of like 4 or 5 people that helped me on my journey to be happy with myself and to fix a lot of the issues that I had, and also resolved the whole I don't deserve this, because anytime I would go up and stay with them, and they would always take care of me. He takes care of her like I've never fucking seen. He worships her, and she worships him back. Like, it is such a beautiful symbiotic relationship that I'm like, that's healthy. This is a healthy relationship. And like I said earlier, for the longest time, I stayed with my ex-husband, I think because I didn't feel I deserved more than what I was being given. And when she and he were like, you know, hanging out with me and taking care of me and like making sure that my needs were met, I literally, it was like one of the first times I've ever had someone really like make sure that I was okay. And they looked at me and she was like, this is the way that you should be treated all the time. And he was like, yeah. And the fact that you weren't treated this way this whole time breaks my heart. And I'm just like ugly cry. For real, ugly cry. I had to have a friend come over whenever my cat passed away because my ex-husband, it was like, the nice thing that he did do is he printed out a Polaroid of my cat and gave it to me and then left. And I recognized that that was his way of reaching out, and I appreciated that. I just wish that he would have sat with me to allow me to grieve, because that was the first animal I'd ever lost. So I was fucked up. I think I'm still fucked up, to be completely honest. Although I think Bruce, like, this may be a little too witchy, but, like, I swear to God, Bruce is, my cat, is the reincarnation of my cat Tweak. Because they're way too similar. Like, their face coloring is literally the opposite. If you put them together, their face colors would match. All this stuff, but so, like, and also before Tweak passed, I told him, I was like, I really wish that you would snuggle me right here instead of laying down by my feet. So in your next body, you have to sleep right here. I need you right here. And when I got Bruce, he did that almost immediately. I'm gonna try not to cry. Where's my fan at? Okay, we're not gonna cry. We're fine. But yeah, so it's one of those things where I'm like, he just didn't understand. I don't know if it was, I don't know. We just weren't good, and I stuck around for way too long. Way too long. Wasting, truth be told, both of our time. So, live and learn, I guess. Oh, goodbye. Did it work? Did it actually work? Did it work? I'm having to do these, like, manually now, but that's fine. Until I figure it out. Anyway. Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh. Almost done. Boop. All right. There we go. There we go. Anyways. All right, it is 7:04. I'm going to jump off here in a few minutes because, oh, sweet. That works out. It's 2 a.m. Must be lonely. I'm sorry. I hate myself for that. It's a Matchbox 20 song if you don't know, but. Oh, wait, it's 3 a.m. Must be lonely. Fuck! I ruined it! No! Someone take the millennial card. Someone take it. You have to take my comm badge and my millennial card. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere. We gotta find it first. It was nice to meet you too. Sweet dreams, good night. I will see you later. But also, I'm going to jump off here because my partner is actually, she messaged me and was like, hey, are you on stream? And I said, kind of, yes. Yes, I'm getting off though. And she's like, cool, I'm going to be coming by soon. I'm like, hells yeah. Hells yeah. But anyways, I'm going to jump off here. I'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, yeah? God, I hope so. Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah. Because I did that once. I was like, I'm going to be back on tomorrow. And it was Saturday. It was like, the day was Friday. I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, in an hour. In what, an hour? No, it's actually 7:05 right now. It's 7:05 p.m. But yeah, I get on 5 p.m. Eastern time. In what, an hour? Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, probably. What hour tomorrow? 5 p.m. Eastern time. So 2, 3. So midnight on your time. Yes. Yes. I was like, 2 minus 2 is midnight. We didn't have a language teacher at our school. Do you think our math program was just as good? So anyways, yeah. Midnight. Oh god, I'm actually going to be doing streams in October starting a little earlier. I'm just going to try to figure out what time I want to do it at, but it'll probably end up being like more of your time period, so you can actually see it a little bit easier without you staying up until 2 a.m. So keep that in mind. That is going to be happening. Those are going to be a lot more like chill streams, or I'll be doing like silly stuff, like doing like tier lists and things like that. I'm just getting things set up for it. I just do it this time slot because I work until 4:30. Get ready, jump on at 5, go until 7, and then I can like get the rest of things done that I need to get done, like making Instagram posts, blah 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 blah. So yeah, so just be aware that the times are going to be changing. I'll probably be doing still like later on time slots, but there will be some more daytime streams coming. I promise. Anyways, so I will be back on 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow to just sit here and chit chat with you guys. It is a conversation, so definitely appreciate everybody's comments and the discourse and the not discourse, the conversations in the chat box. So thank you guys, and yeah, if you're not following me on other social media, jennasaywhat.com/links. Links with an S, because I even did it myself where I put link. RIP. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow at 5. Stay safe out there. Drink your water. Eat your snacks, but they better be healthy snacks. Anyways, I love you guys. Bye.